We have specific numbers about initial orders that India has for Tesla. Just explain that to us, Craig.
Yeah, just a little over 600 orders at this point. And, just to put that number into perspective, Tesla delivered roughly that number of vehicles around every 4 hours in the first half. So really, really tiny. And this is not necessarily a shock, right? India is a very price conscious, price sensitive market. There's not a lot of demand for more expensive vehicles. And part of that, of course, has to do with, tax treatment and tariffs. Tesla's getting some relief from that perspective, but not a whole lot. And, I do think that even with the sort of relief being, only so helpful, I think there was still some hope or some, prayers that maybe, India would be a source of growth for this company, and it's looking like, a pretty slow start for them there.
Meanwhile, China's not a source of growth. We've seen yet another dismal monthly numbers in terms of 4% lower in terms of units being shipped. Not to mention Europe's number last week, which was very ugly, Craig. All of this just speaks to an ongoing weakness in car sales for Tesla.
Yeah, and I do think, the U.S., of course, will be very interesting to see over the next, few weeks. We'll get quarterly deliveries at the beginning of next month. I think everyone is, of course, counting on there being a big pull ahead of people in America wanting to take advantage of the tax credits before they go away, and Tesla really kind of utilizing that for all it's worth. But the big question for me is what's on the other side of that, and also,
right,
even if we see, a strong U.S. number, will it be offset by the fact that, the China slowdown is substantial, and the Europe, sales, I think it's safe to refer to them as an out-and-out collapse at this point.
Craig, Tesla's published Master Plan Part 4 in the last 24 hours, but the bit we're paying attention to was some commentary from Elon Musk on X about the future of the business, and it's not cars or robo-taxis, it's humanoid robots.
Yeah, and I do wonder how much of this is, an effort on Musk's part to kind of paper over and distract from how much of a challenge they're having on the car side. And the question, of course, with this potential for Optimus is, when is this thing actually going to be ready for, actual revenue generation? When anyone's been able to pin Elon down on a sort of rough sense of a date, he talked back in January about maybe the second half of next year. This thing is, effective for really cool videos, for little demonstrations, but in Elon terms, this thing is not necessarily doing something useful yet. And until and unless we see that, it's really hard to kind of take him at his word that this valuation of the company is going to be tied to something that is still just an internal developmental project at this point.